Good evening, guys. Am I audible?
Yes, audible.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
Thank you. So let us allow all your peers should join, and we shall start within 2 minutes. By the meantime, if you have any doubt from the past classes, please ask. Any doubt? Anybody? Abdavji, Sujit, Nalen, Arun Kumar. Okay. Is my screen visible to all? Just give me a nod if it is.
Yes, can say Zoom
Okay.
screen.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So, right today, if you remember, we have already done from our previous, what should I call it, sessions, most of the topics about decision tree. So, any key takeaway and anything which you would like to ask that where if you had any doubt, what are the decision trees? Why are we heading it? Why had we considered it after linear regression and the logistic regression? Do you remember the Akinator game, all of you? Do you remember Akinator game, which we have started with the guessing of the characters? Like it
Yeah,
could be a yes,
decision tree.
yeah. Thank you if you remember that. So that is the only scenario which is being done. Means the coding is happening behind the scene, whereby uh, things are getting predicted unless until the model is very much sure about that what is to be done. Shanish KV, if you could mute yourself if you're not talking, no worries, because all the family members are asking about the things. Fine. So right today I have brought the Pythonic implementation of the decision tree. I hope you'll learn and enjoy at the very same time because most of the things are as from the previous classes because this is the beauty of the code that many a times if you do repeat the code, you are not required to write new things every time. But the situation is that you follow the same path. That what is the path? That you have to load the data set, see the data set, visualize it, that how does it looks like, and then take proper decisions. What are the models you are not supposed to run? Anas Muhammad, want to say something? Anas Muhammad is not audible. Anas Muhammad, you're not audible to us. Even if you want to say something, I can't hear that. Nobody even. Okay, let me make it that. So, should I start? All you ready? If I give you this data set, let me just paste it for you. Please visit this data set. If I say I paste it for you here itself, let me check whether this data set do exist here or no. This is called diabetes database, PIMA Indians diabetes database, available at Kaggle. So here from you can download this data set. So I am uh, giving that website directly to you. Control C. Let me go to, okay, I have to enter here. Chat, messing to group chat. I think it should be to everyone. Yeah, it is everyone, I think. Control V. Please respond. Have you received this link of the data set? All of you, yes or no? Then I can, yes. Thank you, Sanish KV. Please find the link and upload the data set if you can along with me. So this is the data set available at this URL, Uniform Resource Locator. We call such things as a URL because it's a link. And what is the pre-acquainted thing which you see over here in this line, in these 4 lines, 6 lines? What are the things which you already knew about? Even the structure or the code or the syntax, anything? Can you correlate from the past? Any one of you can answer.
Import panda.
Import pandas. Thank you. Import pandas. So I think finding the syntax which is already been learned from our previous classes. This is one of the key takeaway because you knew that you, unless until you revisit my classes, you won't be able to make it very clear that yes, you had studied pandas. So one of the line is being identified very well by someone. Import pandas as PD. You may import pandas as any other thing. So this PD here is called as, anybody? May I ask what do we call this PD as? Do you remember? Pandas is a, okay, fine. It's
Pandas.
a library. Yeah, it's pandas, but it is called as an alias. Do you remember? If I write it here for you, it is called an aliasing. Aliasing. Column names. See, sooner this is being done. Column names means what are the features which are being supervised, which are being dealt with, and which are being which are being contributing towards the data set. So these are the features, because right now we are discussing about the diabetic data set, diabetes data set. So in the diabetes data set, if a person is going through whether a pregnancy or no, then the plasma reports, the glucose level of a person, then the blood pressure, it is very symbolically given as press. So blood pressure, then the skin, what is the type nature of the skin, then what are the tests he or she went through, and what is BMI, so what's called BMI, body mass index. Remember the BMI, body to mass index, that what is your weight till what may I call, what's your height, body mass index. Then PEDI. PEDI is also one of the key metrics to be understood. We will see what is that. Right now, I'm not able to recall this PDI. Age, we all know, and classes, whether the person do have a diabetes or not. So if you are able to find it through that, yes, whether the person is having a diabetes or not, so should I call it a regression problem or a classification problem? Anyone? If I'm predicting whether my class is either 1 or 0, see here, 1 or 0, 1 or 0 here. So what am I doing? Am I predicting to be a regression problem, or am I going for a classification problem? should have a diabetes or no, or the level of diabetes am I predicting? What do you say about it? Because knowing the problem, understanding the problem is very much important before applying that, sorry, before diving into that, what is to be applied to find that whether the person do have a diabetes or no. So what do you say? What's your call? That are we identifying the person with the diabetes, or we are finding the value of the diabetes inside a person? Your response, please, all of you. Abdauji, Sujit, Badam, Shrikant, Sanesh, Zafar, Adisha. Anyone? See, it's very simple to say, because usually in our data set, what does the last column represent? Any idea who has went through my previous classes or who had been present there? What does the last column represent? In the regression problem, while predicting the price of the house, what was the last column? Do anybody remember? Yes, Muzammil, want to say something?
No, sir. If not,
He don't want to say anything. He just attended the class.
yes,
Oh,
leaf notes.
okay. Yeah, Badam is saying something. Badamji, please say.
Leaf note.
No. I'm asking, in our previous discussions, if you remember, what does the last column represents? Like while we were doing the linear regression problem, do you remember? So there we went for predicting the price of the houses based upon the locality, people, area of the property. So what was the keyword which we were predicting? What was that? Why we were running the linear regression? What to predict? Do you remember that? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Suppose if I ask you that you have to create a model where you need not to go and survey the place, you have the data set, and based upon the data, you will be getting the prices of the houses. So won't it be helpful to you to decide whether to
Criteria,
purchase
sir.
the house or no at that place?
Criteria.
Criteria is fine, but that was the okay. Don't constrain yourself on the basis of decision tree, dear. I am asking on a very vast horizon, like as I have just uttered it, that say you were going to purchase a property in any nearby location. You would definitely make a survey, and then you will come with the yes or no kind of thing, that yes, do I have to purchase at this locality or no? First question. Second thing, if you would like to purchase, then what would be the price you are going to pay for it? Am I clearly heard? First is whether to
Yes.
purchase or no. Second is at what price you can purchase the property. So the first type of problem is classification. To be purchased, to not to be purchased, means decision between two questions, yes or no. Am I understood?
Yes.
Second question was that if you want to purchase, then what is the range or the price you are able to pay for it? Understood?
Hmm.
So here, while going for what is called diabetes problem, if you can see, this class is actually representing 1 or 0. Yes or no here? See here, 1 or 0. So this 1 or 0, what do you say? Does it represent whether the person has a diabetes or do not have a diabetes? Or does it also represent the level of diabetes the person has? Here, last column. Okay, what are the values you can see in the last column?
1 0.
1 0. So either a person has a diabetes or do not has a diabetes. Understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So is it a classification problem or a regression problem?
Classification.
Classification. This is what I am asking from the last 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Understood?
Understood.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is why I put so much of effort that you do not even forget what you have learned. So means while after putting so much of effort, because I understand that being from a non-coding background, neither even heard about it. The person who hates the coding, then how does it feels like? I have to re-remember you every time.
Sure.
Okay, so fine. Should I go move ahead?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. So then after it means we had such a column names. I've already given you that website, so please download that data set. Then after see what is written pd.read csv. Pd.read csv means pd means pandas. Read csv is a syntax to read the csv file. .csv file. .csv means comma separated value. So I have already used Pima Indians diabetes data in my you know that you go to these files and hereby you upload the file. So it is already been uploaded from the drive. So I'm not uploading it again. Again, it will take so much of time. That's the reason I shared this link to you. Names equal to column names means I have given the all feature names, feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, feature 4. So total we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 features. So out of these 9 features, 8 features are to be independent variable, and the last feature, that is a class, whether the person has a diabetes or do not has a diabetes, is a dependent feature. That is the target value. This class is called a target value. So always remember, take from your data set, take the target value till to the last column. Then x equal to, see what is being written, demo.drop. What is demo? Demo is the object which stores pd.read csv. This is demo. So what I'm doing, I'm dropping class from it. Dropping class from it means, please mute yourself. Dropping class from this means I am having now for a training data set all the independent variable. These age, PDI, mass, test, preg, these are all independent variable, means features, independent features. And I am removing the y parameter. If you remember y equal to mx plus c. So this is the target value. I am removing it from the x and putting it in the y. See, a very good demonstration is being done here. If I put one more enter, can you see it now clearly?
Yes.
These are called independent feature, my dear, and this is called dependent feature. So dependent feature only one value, whether the person do have a diabetes or do not have a diabetes. So that is being taken from the demo, what is called data frame. It's a data frame. It's not a table. In pandas, we call it a data frame. Okay, fine.
Yes.
And demo.head. Sooner the demo.head means only the top 5 values shall be printed. So you can see hereby what are the top 5 values. Preg for all the 8 independent variables. So these are the top 5 values it do have. So these are the simply a numerical value. So you can see that okay, till this point no null values are being there, but you don't know that what are the total number of rows and columns, especially column you know, but you don't know the total number of rows you have here in your data frame. So to do that, we do demo.info. If you remember, sooner you do demo.info, it gives you with all the data. Can you do it along with me? Is it good if you can perform it along with me? It won't be a later task. All of you, should I wait for you if you can do it along with me? Adi Shah is saying it's your first day. No worries, Adil Shah. The host will help you out with that.
Thank you.
Okay. The rest of the people, I am asking, please do it along with me, such that you feel that yes, even if you write certain syntax and you hit the enter button, this happens for you also. Are you willing to do it? All of you. Anas Muhammad, Abhilash Bachchan.
Yes, sir. How are we gonna
Yeah,
start
please
it?
do it. Yes, please do it. Sri Lakshmi KS, mute yourself. It is not the place that you discuss your family. Yeah, so please do it along with me. So demo.info, sooner the demo.info you have done. Demo means the object which stores the data frame. .info. .info is a function which is actually giving all the information about that data frame. So this data frame contains total 9 columns as written. These are the columns 0 to 8, total 9. Non-null count means the count which are not null, means which contain certain value, either a string or a numerical value. So if suppose if I ask you a question, suppose if a certain column contains a string, so what is the data type to be displayed here? Can anybody answer me? If a certain column contains a string means any word value, like it contains a sentence, it contains word, it contains alphabets, not a number, that I mean to say. So what is the data type that could have been represented here? Anybody would like to answer it? If you can remember from your past experience, please.
Yes or no? No.
No. Yes or no is itself a object, what's called a string only. So what is the data type? I'm asking. See, like you have integer values, means 1, 2, 7, 3, 28, 24. Without a decimal, you have int 64. Okay, integer 64. Similarly, when you have decimal values like this 43.1, 2.288, can you see here? So these values are floating point. Float 64. So it is written float 64. But what if you have neither a number nor a floating number? You have only string. Do you remember from our past discussions? I have made it so much of time for you. If you are able to do, can you guess it for object? Have you heard here object, data type as an object? Let me write it for you in your chat box such that you don't forget. So I'll call it an object. So this is given as an object. Okay. Sooner you see that any data type is available as an object, you must place your antennas raised, that because machine do not understand string, machine only understand numbers. This is very clear, no, all of you? Because machine do not understand string.
Yes, sir. 0, 1.
Yeah, 0, 1, or say suppose not even a 0, 1, it understand numerical digits also, because it can compute with that. It can put it into a matrix, multiply it, it can put it into a vector, it can convert it into a vector and do algebraic operations, numerical operations, tangential operations, say called logarithmic operations, any mathematical operation. But what is to be done with the string? Not at all, no choice. So always remember, whenever you see object.info and any object is written, means data type, anywhere object is written, go to that column and convert it into a number. Is this understood? Like if I give an example.
Can you come back?
See here. Here,
5
if
seconds
this class would have been written as yes, no, yes, no, yes. then this is not a number, then I am bound to convert it using one hot encoding, OHE. One hot encoding is the name that converts a given set of string to its equivalent numerical output. So this yes, no, cat or dog or whatsoever is the category, that category has to be converted into 1-0 form such that a numerical computation could be easily understood by the machine. Then only you can either perform a classification or a regression. Because if it's a regression, then definitely a numerical computation is unavoidable. You have to do the numerical computation. But if it's a classification, then you remember from the activation function sigmoid. Remember sigmoid? Sigmoid function. From that sigmoid function, you have taken a threshold value 0.5. Above 0.5, things are classified yes, and below 0.5, things are classified no, or any category, binary classification. Do I make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Shri Ganesh. After that, this you knew it that you have to perform dot describe. Dot describe means, okay, can anybody give me what type of description is it? Give me that keyword. Right now, I'm just checking how much are you on the same page to me or no. What is this? What type of description is it? Count, mean, STD, min, 25%, 50%, 75%, max. What is this? Can anybody give me that one keyword where these six or eight parameter fits best?
Data frame.
Sorry, speak loud. Yes, Sanish.
Data frame, sir.
Data string.
Frame.
Data frame you have already seen, sir. See here. This was the data frame. Okay, this is the data frame. But see here, this is dot describe. Dot describe means what? Means you are counting something, you are taking the mean value of it, you are calculating the standard deviation. Where do we calculate standard deviation? Where do we calculate mean? Where do we calculate interquartile range? Do you remember the box plot? Where do we calculate the maximum value? Where do we go for average value? I think I am supposed to take the statistical classes for you, because if statistics is not up to the mark, you would always forget the things. What do you say? Have you heard of statistics? Guys, just interact. It's not a just one-way class. My class has always been two ways. Yes, Adil Shah, have you heard about statistics?
It's my first day, so I will try to take the previous classes so I can. I'm not feeling good because I cannot answer anything because I didn't
No worries, no worries.
took any previous
No worries.
classes.
I understand, Adilji.
Yes,
But do try to visit the classes and then
of course.
participate.
No, just today, from today I started, so I will take the previous courses also. And
Yes,
I will be
yes.
good in the
Please.
class. Inshallah.
Yes, yes. Thank you for such a spirit. Yes, Ranjit ji, want to say something? Ranjit, Shanesh.
Actually, sir, I forget. Yeah, maybe we have read it in previous class.
Yes. It's
yes.
not maybe. Yes, you have read it in a previous class.
Yes, sir. Last week.
Yes, last week. So
Yes, sir.
I believe
Ah,
it was the responsibility that you must have revised it. Else, again, what is the meaning of the class?
yes, sir, you are right. Sorry, sir.
Please, है ना? Because it's a machine learning. It's not a lollipop. It is, mind it, it is an application of whatever you have studied till date, either a statistics or a calculus or differential equations, or you may call it a simple Python, or you call it a what may I call simply mathematics. So it is the application. So you have to revise all the things which you have studied till date. So what I am saying, demo.describe is actually giving you the statistical count of everything. Means how many count the column or the feature pregnancy has 768 count, plasma has 768 count. Means what does it says? That all the parameters, or yeah, all the features are actually having 768 counts. None of them is missing by either a one count. Okay, everything has all the counts. So sooner you see the such a description, such a statistical description, you must be wide clear in your data set, because you are not going to open the .csv file and see page by page or see cell by cell. There you have to know, you must know the way that you can find the total count by a one single syntax, and this is the one which helps you out. Can you imagine just a one function is helping you out to understand about your data set, about your data set, about your data set. iPhone, please mute yourself. About your data set, such that you can understand that, okay, what is the mean in my data set? It is 3.8 for pregnancy, 120 for glucose plasma, 69 is the value for the blood pressure the person is having. Means this is the mean value. If your stakeholder asks you, please ask this guy to mute. iPhone, please mute yourself. Yes, you only. Guy in a blue shirt. Because so much of noise is coming from your end. Thank you. Again started. So what I mean to say, that sooner if your stakeholder asks you that, hey Ranjit, please tell me what is the average value of the blood pressure the person are suffering from the diabetes. So you can say, sir, it is 69. Whatever is the unit is kept aside. What 69. So just writing object.describe, you have the access to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, at least 8 types of distribution in your data set. So all the counts complete, fine. The mean of all the feature values, fine. Standard deviation means how deviating is your feature from the mean value. This is the, say, pressure value. Say the pressure value is 69, sorry, 69, and this 69 is the mean value. So mean value, the standard deviation is 19. Means the value which is being deviated after standard deviation applied is either 50 or add 19 to 69. So it becomes I think 88. Okay, so this is how we interpret the values. And we also know, okay, what is the minimum value? See, the minimum value in the pregnancy variable is 0, then 0, and then it starts with PDI and age 21. So the minimum age we have considered in our data set to find whether a person is suffering from a diabetes or no is 21. So a 21-year guy is also being considered. Isn't it a very fantastic information if you think, or if you are doing a serious case study? Yes or no?
Yes.
So this is how I'm trying my best, such that you understand, try to figure out, try to read this, because everybody is not interested in learning about contours, graphs, say what we call it, plot. Very few are there who actually know how to read the graph, how to read the contours, how to read the plots. That's why they are at a very different level in their life. And those who
Hmm.
are going for a very routine life, how the life is offering to them, so they are having their routine well-being in their life. So why to give a dash to them? And these are the maximum values to be considered. So see, even if you can see the maximum value is 1 for the class, you can identify that my prediction, that is whether a person is having a diabetes or no, is not having a greater value than that of 1. Means it is either 0 or 1. Because if you can identify, this is called the mean. So when you take all the zeros and all the ones and calculate the mean, it came out to be 0.348. It is not that 0.348 is available in the column class. It is the calculated value. Standard deviation is 0.47, 0.48, because as many 0, so many 1, so standard deviation 0.5, near around 0.5. So are you able to get it through that what we are fetching from this very small single line statement? Should I move ahead?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Now see, this is what a beautiful thing I'm trying to show it to you. I've just written from matplotlib import pyplot as plt. This is the old command. You are already aware about it. Import Seaborn as SNS, means hereby Seaborn is a library, visual library, which is used for visualization purposes, especially when the features are to be plotted in a pair. Pair means one feature with another feature, then another feature with the third feature, then the first feature with the fourth feature. So every feature, the pair of every feature with every other feature. Let's see how does it looks like. And the meaning of it is saying the demo is the object passed to it, that over what the pair plot has to be drawn. And diagram, the kind of the diagram is KDE. KDE represents about kernel distribution estimates. Means it says that how does the each feature is actually scattered with respect to the asked one. Let's see what is it all about. Can you see it? This is called pregnancy with respect to pregnancy, completely no distribution. It is complete in itself. So pregnancy with respect to pregnancy, complete. Then
So
pregnancy. Yes.
how do we call this ones?
Yes, Abdav, please ask again.
How do we call this graphs?
How do we get this graph?
Yeah.
You have to just write from matplotlib import pyplot as plt. This will give you the access to the visualization dashboard. Then you have to import this library, that is Seaborn, as SNS. SN is a aliasing name given to it. Then you have to write sns.pairplot. Means inside this SNS library, you have to call this function which is named pairplot. And inside this pairplot, you have to give the demo. Demo means the object which we have given in the data frame. Can you see here? The demo, see demo. This is demo. This is a data frame to be passed inside. And type of the graph it is asking for. Type of the graph means scatter distribution. What is the pair plot? Means it is a distribution of one feature with respect to the corresponding feature. Say suppose you are having 7 features. In this 7 features, 8 features, sorry. In this 8 features, you can draw how many graphs? One with respect to one, first with respect to second, first with respect to third, first with respect to fourth, and so on till first with respect to eighth. Yes or no? See, this feature, first feature, pregnancy, is being drawn with respect to itself, Abdauji. Then it is drawn with respect to plasma. Then it is drawn with respect to blood pressure. Then it is drawn with respect to BMI, and so on. So see the distribution, and I'll show you the colored distribution. See here. If I show you the colored distribution, this is the colored distribution you can see. only a small difference is being done. To add it to the color, I have just added one more hyperparameter, which is called hue equal to class. That's it.
So in different colors, is it segregation or what?
Yes, actually, it is being given a class-wise distribution. Means, say, pregnancy with respect to pregnancy is complete in itself. See here, no difference. Means it is saying if you consider pregnancy as the main class, means it is the main problem while considering the diabetes in a people. Okay, while considering diabetes, pregnancy is the main thing. Then it says very less, very what is called almost more than 98% graph is overlapping with respect to each other. But if you say plasma with respect to plasma, only say 30% graph is not superimposing, and 70% of the graph is superimposing. So it is saying here that plasma is the very important feature. Mind it, plasma is very important feature because it is not superimposing over itself. You can see here, check, all other features are superimposing as it is. See here, superimposing, superimposing, superimposing. Just see this one. See this one. I say, Abdauji, is it getting clear?
Yes, I'm getting it.
Yeah. So how to read such things makes sense. If you do not understand that how to read these things, it is simply a wastage of time to you, because you have to put all your heart and soul to understand that what these dots, beautiful pictures are actually making sense. If it doesn't make sense to you, it is simply a matter of rejoice or a joy for a given period of time. So how did we get through it? See here, I've simply added a hue equal to class, just that, and your representation of the pair plot has now changed. This is the representation. Similarly, I will complete my decision tree here also. So if you remember, we used to do the standard scaler. We used to scale our values because scaling actually adjust all the parameters from any value between either 0 and 1 or -1 to +1. Yes or no?
Yes.
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 Yes, sir.
Please see here, after I have applied sklearn.preprocessing import standard scaler, till this point I am only importing it. I have not used it. Hereby I am saying put this standard scalar classifier in an object name is SC, and then after fit my data frame, that is a demo, name demo, fit it sc.fit transform. Whenever you see fit transform, see there are two things. One is dot fit, another is dot fit underscore transform. So whenever you see fit transform, it means you are scaling the things. You are putting the values of the data set from any value to the 0 to 1 or -1 to +1 or -2 to +2, means a range. So whenever you have a confrontation with fit transform, it means scaling. Whenever you see dot fit only, no transform is written, it means it is training the system. That is called model training. Now you get the difference between the two, dot fit and dot fit transform. Yes. See here, sooner it is being run, all the values, whether it's a feature 1, feature 2, feature 3, see all the values are being converted from any range to a given range. Can you see it? Please acknowledge if you can see it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to understand that what is the, okay, can anybody give me an answer that why do we convert such a, means why do we apply such a scalar such that the values converts between 0 to 1 or -1 to +1? Any specific reason? I have already dictated in the class. Nobody remembers. It is okay. Do take it again. Don't take the things as granted, but do make notes for it. Else, you have to revisit the classes multiple times if you don't take notes. Whenever we go for training our data set, means training a model with the data set, if the data is haywire, means distributed, one data is having a value say 5232, one data is having a value 5, one data is having a value -23, one data is having a value say 2.448. So don't you think the data is actually distributed in the scale in a very wide horizon, ranging from -20 to +5000? This the horizon is very much distributed. So whenever the computation happens with the help of matrix or a vector, that computation is also shall happen based upon such a values, and the more biasing shall be given to the values which are in a higher magnitude. Do you agree? I have already dictated it before. The values which are having the higher magnitude, say a value of 5000, shall the model will become more biased toward that value rather
Outer
than,
layers.
yes, rather than the value of 2 -7 or a lower magnitude value. So to reduce this biasness in the model, we transform our data set into a range of the values. Is this understood, all of you? Say yes or no. Ranjit ji, what's your key takeaway? Have you understood this? Why do we convert? Why do are we transforming the things? Ranjit ji's mum.
Yeah, very large data and short data.
Yeah, large data and short data is one thing, but while computing, the machine must not be biased toward the thing. Like suppose, if you are being given, means if you are given 5 people, and amongst the five, all the five are your friend, and you all of a sudden come to know that the fourth person is actually a person with a higher amount of reputation, money, properties, and so won't your responses will be more biased toward that person's decision? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
So to avoid certain biasness in the machine while computations, we convert everything in a given range such that machine is not able to put a biasness towards any of the data set. Now the gist of the transformation is understood. Sanesh, Arun, Ranjiji, Abdavji.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. See, I have to make the things very clear, then only I can move ahead. Similarly, if I show you the things, these are the gradient boosting classifier. You have to run it yourself. It is as simple as the decision tree, but I'll discuss it more in my coming classes. So I'm not considering it right now. Here it's simply a one-line code, but the boosting process has not yet been dictated to you or stated to you. So please come to the decision tree classifier here. This decision tree from sklearn.tree. This is the extension. So you have to import decision tree classifier. Now you know what is decision tree classifier. It is the model which shall be running over your data set to fit the data such that it predicts whether the person is having a diabetes or no. Well understood? So see the thing,
Yes.
decision tree classifier is actually given a object dt. It is not a demo, it is dt. It is a different object. And this dt dot fit is very much different from dt dot fit transform. Fit transform is done over the data initially available, which were having initially, that is the demo one. But now, because we have already been divided the training data and the testing data, which we used to do using test train split. You all knew it. So we are fitting the model over the x and y such that model learns that if the x is this, so y belongs to this. If x is that, y belongs to this values of the x. So now the acquaintance is being done. So such things are called modeling the data, fitting the data, okay, training the data. Now sooner this is being done, we have a feature importance. This is called function. No, I won't say a function here. It is a feature. It is one of the features in a object oriented programming. So dt dot feature importance says that out of these 8 features, which is having how much of importance, to which you should select, like what are the, what may I call it, what are the criteria you use to decide that which feature is important or no? Please give me the answer. In the last class you must have seen which parameter decides which feature to choose or which feature to leave. Hanji. Give me the name. In the decision tree, we have read 2 to 3 features which allow us to decide whether to select the feature or to lose the feature. Please revise the classes. You are not revising the classes, else in the future it's going to be a clear burden to you. It's called entropy. It's called what's called information gain. Remember, IG, Guinea impurity, GI.
GI.
Yeah, GI is Guinea impurity, IG is information gain. So whenever the information gain of a feature is greater than that of the information gain of a different feature, so the feature with highest information gain is supposed to be taken for further distribution of a tree, yes or no? So this feature importance matrix is saying the first feature is 5% important. Second feature is 32% important. Can you see? 32. Third feature is 10% important. Similarly, 2%. Similarly, 2.9%. Similarly, 21%. Similarly, 13%. Similarly, 10%. So, which is the highest feature to be important to be taken out of them? Which one?
32.
32. Thank you. So this 32 belongs to which feature? See here. Which feature out of these? What is the second feature?
32.
See here.
Plasma.
Plasma. Yes.
Plasma.
So anyone who is from what may I call healthcare domain. So would you like to correlate with your knowledge that yes, the glucose level in a person or a plasma level in a person is very important to decide whether a person might or might not have a diabetes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
The glucose in a person is actually decided. Okay, do you remember that people used to eat what is called sugar free things, such that to intake a sugar but not a glucose? So they actually eat fructose, they do not eat glucose. So there's a very thin formula line. C12H22O11 is a sugar. C6H12O6, remember, glucose. So these are the things. So it says the second feature is very much important. So based upon the second feature, I have already shown it to you. Based upon the second feature, this is the type of code you have to run. Again, import pandas, you knew it. sklearn.model selection, import train test split. Guys, you do you know it or not?
This one only pandas no have numpy.
Right now we do not need numpy, sir, here. If we need, we can use import numpy as np. Correct?
Yes, NP. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't remember it. Write it and get it through. Don't cram it. Yeah, somebody saying, yeah, I heard NP is correct. He's saying correct. Don't behave that way. Okay. From sklearn.model selection, import train test split. It actually split your data with 80% of training data, 20% of testing data. And where it is being done, see here. X train test, Y train, Y test, train test split, X, Y, test size is 20%, 0.2. Random state, you may write any value. If you write 0, it won't shuffle the data. You remember it now. Now, import standard scaler, importing it for scaling the things between 0 to 1 or minus 4 to plus 4, whatsoever the range. Importing decision tree classifier, which means where to decide that what is the model we are applying. That is the decision tree classifier, DT classifier. Then what we are actually doing, we are doing the logistic regression. We are doing the classification. Hence, we have imported it. Then there must be a evaluation matrix that evaluates that yes, what are the whatever the output is being predicted by the model, is it correct or no? If you remember MSc, RMSc, MAE, those were the R square, accuracy. Those were the evaluation matrix which were deciding whether the model which were predicting the answer was correctly predicting or no. Am I understood? From your past
Yes.
from your past learning of linear regression, you have learned mean square error, root mean square error, mean absolute error, accuracy, confusion matrix, recall, precision. If you remember such matrices, you knew that they are called the performance evaluation matrix. Whatever, however, the model has it performed well or no? Who will evaluate? There must be some mentor, there must be some tutor, there must be some person. So here, these matrices are evaluating it. Hence, we are supposed to import them. Then train test split is done. And see, this is the main thing. DT dot decision tree classifier. Now, here, it was only the import decision tree classifier. But here, we are giving it a criterion. What is that criterion? Entropy or Gini or GI or IG?
Entropy.
Entropy means we are saying wherever the entropy goes zero, mind it, entropy goes zero, please leave it, because that becomes the leaf node. Yes or no? Pure leaf node. You remember na, entropy 0, the horizontal axis, and entropy 1, the highest value of that semicircle, or must I call it's not a semicircle, it's a semi-sinusoid. Okay. Don't press such things here. Fine. So again, fitting the X train, printing the training accuracy. If I do this, then going the X testing accuracy, doing it again, and predict. So we have to predict over test data, because your marks has to be evaluated based upon the mock test or the examination paper. I cannot evaluate you if I take an examination on whatever I have made you learn through the textbook. I have to prepare a question paper or a mock test such that I can get through a fine idea whether you literally learned the concept or you just crammed the thing. So this is how the things are being done. I think I have arranged it very finely such that you understand that why are the things are being done. See, all the libraries, then the classifier, what is the criteria, and see the maximum depth is 10. So how many maximum branches are to be done, or how many maximum knots are to be created? That is 10, not greater than 10. If you make it maximum depth equal to none, it will make an infinite or very large decision tree, very overfitting decision tree. You can see it here. So this is the type of training accuracy. See, the training accuracy is 95% for this model, and testing accuracy is hardly 66%. So does the model good or no? Just give me one answer, yes or no. Is the model good or is the model bad?
Average.
No, I didn't give you that choice.
Model is not good.
Good, Ranjiji. Model is not good. You see, while training, while learning from the data, it is performing 95%. And when I have given it unseen data for which the model has never been given a input, it is only performing 66%. How is it possible? So such kind of problems in machine learning is called as overfitting. The model is overfitted to the bits and pieces of the information, okay, bits and pieces of the information provided while training. Like if I give you a textbook, say NCERT, and if you cram that textbook, and if I ask even a one question which is not as similar as or not exactly the same as that of the textbook you have been given to learn, so you won't be able to perform if you have crammed the questions, if you have crammed the way, if you have not understood that what is the gist behind the technicality of the context you have been provided, you are done, you are gone. So you won't perform well in your mock test or exam. This is the same case here. It is not able to perform well. So how to visualize it? See here. This is how you visualize. Can you see a decision tree? It has taken the entropy as the criterion along with the feature importance. If you remember, that feature importance has given more than 38%, 32% importance to this feature. So it has created a decision tree based upon that. The value is less than or equal to 127.5. If it is true, it went for checking the mass. If it is false, it went for checking the values. Again, a different value of the plasma. See, the different value of the plasma is checked if this value is false. If it is again true or false, a different values of the entropy is being taken. So this is how the decision tree elongate itself. So
Why
we
is
have,
it that all the entropy is also in zero dot?
yes, see here, everywhere the entropy has to come, because the criteria while distributing the decision tree is actually the entropy. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
So nowhere is the situation where entropy is not mentioned. Everywhere, even you take a root node, entropy, you take the child node, entropy, you take the leaf node, although it's not a leaf node, not now, we have pruned it. So entropy, 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 entropy. So wherever the entropy is near to zero, there the further division stops. If the entropy is near to one, again, very wide distribution. So see here, entropy near to 0.93, distribute. Again, entropy is near to
Here
0.96,
is
again distribute. Here the entropy is almost one. So
almost
further
1 to 1.
further subdivision is about to happen. But I have not shown it to you because I have taken maximum depth equal to 10. So this is simply a representation. You have to run this code such that, okay, let me share this code to you such that you run it by yourself. Okay, so may I expect that by the next class you come, you will be, you must have run this code, else I won't make a further addition to the class. Fine. Unless until you run this code, I won't make a further subdivision. Fine. Make it a promise.
Sir, my collab still issue. Can I share my screen?
Yes, Sanish, please go ahead. I think you have to become a.
I think I don't have privilege.
Let me. Participant.
Always maybe I have
Sanish.
some I am doing maybe wrong method.
Put in admin. Ask to start a video. No. How can I make? Athira, can you make Sanish as a host such that he could share the screen? Athira, are you there? Enable waiting room, hide profile, lock meeting, ask to auto unmute. Athira, are you there? I don't know why she has left. Even I am a co-host, so can I give this permission to you, Sanesh? Can you see my screen? You can already see my screen.
Yes, yes.
But
I
see,
I already try, but there are some host disabled participate screen sharing.
even the host has only enabled us to start a video. Okay, if I ask, okay, sorry, that is a different thing. Chat, add a pin, replace pin, rename, allow, record file, allow to multi-pin put. No, I cannot help you over here. Okay, let me check somewhere if I can do such things. Remote control, no, most of video. Can you see here anything? No, no.
No.
Athira, can you listen to us? Can you allow Sanesh to share his screen?
No reply.
No reply.
No problem. Next class.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes, yes. Somebody want to say something? Okay, guys. In the meanwhile, please come to your screen. Let
Yes.
me place a photo with all of you. Ashwin ji is there. Ashwin, just speak up, hai na? You are in the class like Shanesh used to speak. Ranjit sometimes pushingly he used to speak. Jan
Where
ji has
Shai ji were now? No.
Yeah, Shaiji has not been here. Where is he? He used to ask so many questions.
Yeah, I just
Yes,
speak,
yes.
but I am staying in the camp because too many people are in my room. So I just arranged to outside that will
Oh.
attend my class.
Okay. No
That's
worries.
the problem, sir.
No worries. I'm not leaking it to anybody. It's only been
I
given to
already
Eduwing.
noted, just class noted on my notebook.
Okay.
24/7 also duties there, sir. That's the problem.
Okay. But do attend the class and try to figure out that what's being happening.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay. I believe you must be those who are new to the class. You must be getting value added to your life. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Thank you so much for such thing. Okay. Please give a gesture. Let me take a screenshot. Fine. Anthony ji, only thumb is coming. Okay, thank you. Yeah, still driving, man. Okay, thank you. Thank you, all of you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, all the best. Take care. Bye bye. Enjoy.
Oh, okay.